Welcome to DCL Talk Show. Today we have Imti and Pradip with us to walk us through top division analysis and predictions. Predictions we will do for all the games, but analysis is going to be strictly for Division 1, first division. Okay. Still, we have to name what we call Division 1, Division 2. Now, see, I'm a person where I don't want to divide, you know, cricket into two groups. Okay. So, with that, let me welcome our analyst tonight, and then we'll start right away. Welcome to the show, Imti.
Yeah, thanks, Jagan. Welcome to all our listeners to yet another episode of the DCL Talk Show. Uh, Welcome to my fellow analyst Pradip Bhai. Good to have you here. And we had some exciting games last week and some interesting results, I would say. Uh, we'll talk about it more in the
Yeah,
show. So excited to
yeah,
listen to all the comments and uh, comments from our audience as well. So.
yeah. It's definitely very exciting. Some of the games. I witnessed one game, and I umpired one game, and Pradeep was also umpiring that one. I want to make a comment when you guys were discussing about that one, and let me welcome Pradeep. Welcome to the show. Thanks again.
Yeah, thanks, Jagan. Welcome, MP. It's a pleasure to be on the show with you guys. Looking forward to another exciting week of analysis and another exciting week of DCL. So let's get started.
Yeah, we had a fantastic top one. I mean, pool one. Do I call pool one, division one, first top division? You name it, whatever you want. Uh,
I think we'll just stick to what it is in the cricket clubs or the Detroit Cricket League website, Division One. So
Division one, okay, good. So the division one games, most of the games, I think, have given what DCL community wanted. The entertainment they provided, best entertainment of the week. And with that, I'll quickly jump into our first game, Troy Hawks versus FCC. Imti, your thoughts on this game?
well, I think last week we all kind of predicted FCC would be the favorites to win this game. But again, like cricket is a funny game, and Troy Hawks proved all most of us analysts wrong. We were basing our predictions based on the first week's performances, where FCC had a fantastic win in the first week, and then Troy Hawks uh, came very close to beating Stars, but ended on the losing side. I think they took a lot of confidence from that performance, and I think they showed their true potential in this game, Troy Hawks. If we look at the details of the game, FCC, who batted first, played the entire 25 overs, made 79 for the loss of 8 wickets. Uh, I thought they had a decent start, even though they lost the first couple of wickets. I think the number three, number four batsmen put up a good partnership of 40, close to 40 runs, 40, 45 runs there. Yatish Kumar, 25 from 45, and Teju Kumar, there, I think the main batsman, 13 runs. That partnership looked good, but then they couldn't really capitalize after that partnership. Uh, like the batting kind of fell away, I thought, and after playing 25 overs, just getting to 79, I thought was a little below par to their potential. Troy Hawks, I think, bowled really well in this game, restricting FCC for 79, even though they had a decent platform in the first half. Sajid Syed among the wickets, 3 wickets there, and then also Fahad Hassan, who picked up 2 wickets. Uh, all in all, I thought it was a decent bowling performance, and to restrict FCC for 79, I think they would have taken a lot of confidence going into the second half. And then come second half, I think Mustafa Malik kind of dictated a lot of the
Yes,
game outcome.
I felt like it's one man show, Mustafa, all the way.
Right. So 42 of 41 runner ball with 2 fours and 1 sixer. I think that kind of set the tone for the chase, and they eventually got the score in 20 odd overs. All he needed was like a little bit of support here and there from the other batsmen, because he just single-handedly, I think, took the chase. Even though the bowling from Sujan and Sri Harsha in the beginning was economical, I think some of their slow bowlers went for runs, like Teju, who's usually among the wickets, went for some runs, and then uh, other bowlers couldn't really restrict, looks like, and then for the loss of 7 wickets, they were able to chase the 80 target. I think this win would really give a lot of confidence to Troy Hawks, and I think they should really build their momentum going into the next games. FCC, on the other hand, should not really feel that bad. I think they had a first week, fantastic week. This is just a upset, I would say, and then maybe they just need to move on and make some quick fixes.
Yeah, I mean, usually Teju is a good bowler, but he ended up giving 7.33 per over, which is probably it won't happen, um, you
Right.
know,
Usually
frequently.
in this kind of chase, right, with 80 odd runs, I think your slow bowlers and the middle over bowlers really kind of play a vital role, right? And I think that is
Yeah.
where when he went for runs, I think that is where I think they kind of lost the grip on the defense.
Yep. Yep. Otherwise, it's a good game. The next game of the night is Strikers versus Hitmen. Pradip.
Yeah, this was a one-sided game. Hitman won the toss and elected to bat. Um, it looks like Striker's bowling was exceptional. Hitman did get a decent start from the top three, 35 runs for 3 wickets, with Chetan, Imam, and Syed scoring some of the runs. But once that 3 wicket fell, they pretty much lost wickets consistently, and every 5 run on average, they lost a wicket every 5 runs, which is not a good thing. So uh, bowling to a 68 target in DCL, especially with this ball, is a little bit harder, unless and until, of course, you have great bowling lineup. And Vinayak and Sujay taking 3 and 4 wickets each for Strikers. Parthiv, Sarvesh, and Rahul taking a wicket each. Looks like Sarvesh and Kapil had a two very stingy spells. The thing that caught my eye is how disciplined Strikers bowling was in this game. They only gave 4 extras, and I think that's that tells me that the Strikers bowlers were hitting their rhythm, bowling good balls, minimizing those extras. And I think that also factored in the small total here. But kudos to Strikers for getting these guys out for 68. Strikers batting, Vinayak and Sarvesh gave Strikers a great start, chasing 68, 25 runs for partnership for the first wicket. And Amit, Sarvesh scoring 23 runs. Amit coming in and scoring 18 runs. I think it was of 20 balls. And Kishore and Amit kind of wrapped up the inning at that point. The only good thing about Strikers bowling was Iman. He was the most economical bowler, and the rest had a 4+ average there. Overall, a good performance by Strikers. Game looks almost like it was one-sided, which it was. Easy win for Strikers. I think Strikers, if they can continue this discipline of bowling, I think they can surprise a few teams this year as well. Sarvesh, for his all-round performance, was rightfully adjudged the man of the match, player of the match, or whatever you want to call it. But good win for Strikers. Good confidence booster too. And hopefully Strikers can continue to keep this momentum going. And Hitman needs to kind of dig deeper into their batting lineup and see what's going on. Because when you get a good start like that, you want to take advantage of it. So make some adjustments, make some fixes. Hopefully they'll come back stronger for the next game.
The only upside about this game for Hitmen is, they did better than last week.
Yeah. Who did they play last week? Do you remember?
Last week they played. Let me tell you, Red Devils.
Okay.
The Red Devils scored 135, and Hitmen
Mm.
chasing. They collapsed like 52 all out.
Okay. So yeah, so
So
it looks like they need to fix their batting.
yeah, and the Sujay Yerva from Strikers. This is the second game he really bowled well.
Yeah.
Okay, upcoming star maybe with the
Mm.
ball.
Is he?
Now,
He's not new to DCL, is he?
no, he's not. I don't think he's new.
Yeah, I
Uh,
don't
I,
think.
I won't call him an upcoming star. He's already a star in my opinion because he's been doing really well for the last 2 seasons.
Yeah,
And
I agree.
I know for a fact that a lot of teams have tried to get him on their side. So
oh,
Did that
okay, he's
include
not.
UMP?
sorry,
Did
Pradeep.
that include? I was asking, did that include UMP?
No, I'm not really any good at that side of the.
I'm just
I leave all
kidding.
that to I leave all that to our senior pro. So
Are you
Oh. See, in 2023, DCL 2023, he played 10 matches. He took 21 wickets at the average of 4.81, which is fantastic. It is like every over he's taking a wicket.
Mm.
right.
and
So he started off with
and
Stingers in the first season, and then he played for Strikers last year, and this year he is captaining the team. So
and he
that's
has
good.
one of the he has very good um, economy 2.34, and the only thing
Mm.
is in his 10 matches he gave up 7 wides. That's the only little different thing that I see. Otherwise,
Yeah,
he's rocking. There's no doubt
that's
about that
good
one.
for
Okay,
him.
with that we'll quickly go to our next game: Gladiators versus Detroit Bulls. Gladiators, if not for Satya, they would have lost this game. Bulls played really well. Your thoughts, Imti?
Yes, definitely echo that statement. I think Satya was the difference and the game changer in this game because I think Detroit Bulls uh, had good control on this game for most part of it, but then somehow Gladiators, being the team they are and the last year champions, I think they found a way to come out victorious in this game. So Detroit Bulls and Gladiators in the past also had some good encounters, uh, if I remember, and this one also did not fail to promise. So Detroit Bulls batted first, won the toss, batted first, and I think they had a brilliant start. They started off like close to 5 runs and over in the first 6 overs. They were like 30 odd runs. That is when they lost the first wicket. I think that was a very good foundation. Nikhil Sani, Tanmay Zante, very good players going into double digits, almost close to run a ball strike rate. But then their premium batsman Gaurav Hiramat, I think, failed in this game, got to a first ball duck. I think couple of quick wickets there kind of set the momentum back. And then the next best partnership is like 17 runs. And then they really couldn't get going in the batting lineup, is what I thought. Again, kudos to the bowling. Satya, again, among the ball wickets there in the bowling department for Gladiators. 3 wickets for him. Suyog Gupta also picking up 3 wickets, and Ruturaj Patil 3 wickets. So you have three bowlers picking 3 wickets each, and remaining bowlers also uh, economical kind of. Jawad went for some runs. Ganesh just bowled 1 over for 9 runs. But I think the wickets is the key here, where they kind of put the brakes on the score, where they were looking at some 100, odd in the beginning. They collapsed to 89 because at 12 over mark they were 63 for uh, 3, I think. Yeah, and then from there they just got wrapped out for 89, and in that 89, 11 extras. So if you really look, it was just the first half that they really dominated in the batting, and then the second half, I think Gladiators really came back well in the bowling department. Uh, Another point to note is they did not play the entire 25 overs, missed out on 3 full overs, which could have got them another 10, 15 extra runs, which could have made a difference eventually. Gladiators, again, going into the chase, uh, the attacking brand of cricket they play, I don't think that showed in this game. Uh, Probably some good bowling there from Detroit Bulls. Uh, Couple of good starts in the Gladiators batting lineup, but and not carrying on. I think Hardeep Singh played for a bit on the slower side, but I think wickets kept falling regularly for them. I think they were at 6 for 48 at one point, and then I think they were really looking at an uphill task. But then I think Satya, who came into bat, uh, changed the game like 24 from 22 with 2 sixers and 1 4. I think he got like close to 10, 15 runs in 1 over, which kind of changed the momentum of the game entirely from Detroit Bulls' favor to Gladiators' favor there. Uh, these kind of innings really make a big impact, even though it's 24. But I think in the context of the game, that is almost close to a 60, 70 run contribution. I think uh, they crossed the line with 4 overs remaining. Eventually, comfortably, they won the game with a loss of 8 wickets. If you look at the bowling for Detroit Bulls, I think Watsal, who is leading them this year, I guess, bowled decently, but 6 wides in his 5 over quota. I think that is one thing that I think they need to look into. Almost all of them among wickets. Vatsal 2 wickets, Gino 2 wickets, Vikas 2 wickets. I think Gino had a decent game. I think they will still look up to him for some better performances if they need to start winning more frequently. Overall, I thought a very good game for Gladiators, even though they started off low, but I think eventually win is what matters, and I think they got those points. Detroit Bulls, on the other hand, I think should be okay. Gladiators, they put Gladiators on the brink, and I think should perform well going forward.
Yeah, I mean, chase. See, it gives a good confidence, and especially when you're chasing, and if you win on the last wicket, like last 2 wickets,
Hmm.
that gives a great amount of confidence, and
Definitely,
yeah,
and another thing is again like maybe Gladiators were missing a few players, but
could be.
still Gladiators is a strong team. So,
Yeah,
but if Detroit Bulls could have pulled this one, this would have been a very very great confidence booster for them as well,
correct.
and could have done wonders for the points table equation as well in the going forward.
Yeah, see, regardless, Detroit Bulls, they really played well. Only thing missing, I felt in the bowling, you know, somebody should have delivered just like Gino to win the game. Just in the bowling department. If you look at the average is 5 from each bowler,
Hmm.
with the
Hmm.
exception of Gino. And Gladiators won in 20 overs or something like that. So
21
that says,
overs, yeah.
yeah, 21 overs. So that says a little more discipline required in the bowling department.
See, that's what I
Otherwise,
was mentioning, right? In their batting, if they
yeah,
had played the entire 25 overs, it could
that's
have
another thing.
made some difference, right? Yep. Another
Yeah,
10, 15 runs
that
on the board, the chase would have looked different for
true,
Gladiators as well.
true. Yeah, yeah. With that, we'll go to our next game: Fighters versus United Raptors. Empty. Sorry. Oh,
But
GLCC
you
versus
missed the game,
Dynamite.
yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, GLCC versus Dynamite's Pradip. It's totally one-sided game. At least that's.
Yeah.
See, on the paper it looks one-sided game, but the way Dynamite started, um, at least for the
You're stealing.
till the.
You're stealing my thunder, Jagan.
Sorry. Okay,
You're
go ahead.
stealing my thunder.
So
Let
I got
me
excited because I
finish
was there at
my
the game.
yeah. Let me finish my story, and then you can chime in.
Okay. S-
All right.
Sorry about
Cool.
that. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No worries. Yeah. So it looks like Dynamite lost a wicket in the first over, but Vinod and Venkat stabilized that. They built a 15-run partnership. And it looks like Venkat and there was a third wicket partnership of almost, 30 runs? Yeah. Which one am I? I'm in the wrong game. Hold on. Yeah, so they were 53 for 3 in 14 overs. So they got the start that any team can dream of, right? Setting a huge target. And then they lost the rest of 7 wickets for 8 runs. And guess what? 3 runouts. So, 1 run out, it happens, but 2 is there is a problem. 3 is you definitely have a problem. So it looks like Vijay needs to work on some things here with his team, but they got the start that they asked. I mean, any captain would dream of that type of start against any good team, and they failed to capitalize on that great start. And my buddy Kaushik, the best bowler of the lot, along with Pradip Kunnareddy, taking 2 wickets each. Akash, Hemant, and Hitesh, taking 1 wicket each. But Kaushik bowling figures was 3.2 overs, 6 runs, 2 wickets. And Pradip Kunnareddy was, I think, 4 overs, 10 runs, 2 wickets. So GLCC kind of wrapped up the inning. Of course, they got. My philosophy is 1 run out, it happens, but anything more than 1, it's a cardinal sin, right? It's literally handing wickets on a platter to the opposing team, and that's a no-no. Dynamites definitely need to look at what's going on there. Maybe it was just a fluke, or maybe, Jagan, you have some more insights. You can chime in when I'm done. GLCC batting, they had no pressure whatsoever. Of course, Kaushik and Murli gave them a great start. And then we had Kaushik and Samit wrapping the innings up in 10 overs, I believe, scoring 61 runs. Kaushik had a few boundaries and a 6, and Samit had a 6. So it was an easy game for GLCC. For Dynamites, they need to sit down and figure out what's going on. And fix it, because they got the start that they were expecting from their top order. They failed to capitalize on it. On top of that, those 3 runouts is a no-no. So Dynamites have some work to do. For GLCC, that was an easy win. That was a good win. Maybe a good confidence booster, but I don't believe GLCC has been tested thoroughly yet. So we'll see what happens there. But all in all, it was an easy game for GLCC. And Jagan, I know since you were on the ground, so feel free to jump in now.
There's nothing much to add there, and the only thing I felt is, and I sent a video on our radio show group. I didn't watch it, I missed this ball, but everybody was when I turned around, everybody was like claiming for this no ball. So KK cut this video and sent it to me, and so he was asking in our group, GLCC group, whether it is no ball or not. So technical, after watching that video, I can say Murli is not out, but these things happen in any game. So I don't take this one as very serious thing.
Yeah.
Okay, but Dynamites have to really work on their bowling, especially. And their batting is there, but somehow they collapsed in the second half. So, after a 40 runs partnership, if somebody collapses like that, it's a surprise. So
yeah, and so Jagan, one more thing I'd like to add. The question of the day is, why is Samish Bhai not bowling?
GLCC banned Samish from bowling.
So that's the question on my mind is why is Samish not bowling?
Why Sami is not bowling? That's a good question. Okay,
Yeah.
he's not allowed to bowl in GLCC. That's all. That is the
So,
agreement.
yeah. What happened? What happened to Samish?
Yeah, your team is stopping the highest wicket taker for GLCC and
Yeah,
to
he literally asked for bowling. KK said no. So,
Samish
uh,
from this and KK too.
yeah, but KK, only KK can answer why he is not giving bowling to Samish.
All right, I'm gonna shut up
Uh,
before I get knocked around.
okay, it's a funny thing. Uh,
or
okay,
is
the
that
next
a
game of
change
the
in no, go ahead,
yeah
carry on.
yeah Imti, yeah, you can ask your
No, I was
question.
saying maybe because the new breed of captaincy has different strategy. Maybe I don't know.
Strat, I don't know. I can't say it on the on the
Okay,
radio. Okay, off the line you call me. I'll tell you. I'll explain you why.
okay.
Okay, let's go to quickly jump to our next game. Fighters versus United Raptors. Imti.
Yeah, what can I say about this game? I think this game reminded me of the good old days that we used to have in DCL, the low scoring games where the bowlers dominated the batsmen. I think this scorecard kind of reminded me of those days where you had score 50, 60, and teams were very confident of defending those. And I think this game, fighters did exactly the same. Fighters who went into bat first were bundled out for 55 in close to 19 overs. I thought that was an excellent bowling performance from United Raptors. After their first week's disappointment they had, I think they came back really well and made a statement in the first half by getting fighters all out for 55. Fighters, although they were playing the first game, I thought would have fancied the chances to get a decent score. But looking at the batting scorecard, uh, they started off really well. The first over, I think they got a six, and they really started off well. But then the quick wickets after that, uh, pegging them back, lost wickets at regular intervals. Naveen Kumar Peddy in the middle, Arjun Dev Alipur also tried to stitch a partnership, got 8 and 16 respectively, but really didn't go much longer. Again, Raptors coming back with wickets. I thought the middle over bowling from Raptors was really excellent. If I see Salman Shopu, Amir Hussain, both of them among wickets. Harsha Yeluri picked up 3 wickets in his 2 overs. Not sure why.
I can I add one point here? I liked
Sure.
Salman Shopu. He bowled 3.2 overs and there's no zero extras.
Hmm.
Okay, that's awesome bowling actually. In
Yeah,
in
so
in a
he bowled
situation where he is in.
right. That's what I was saying. So the middle over bowling is really what I think really made this game interesting for them in the bowling department, right? So getting fighters all out for 55, I think United Raptors definitely were the favorites going into the chase. But then fighters had other plans there. Like I'm not sure if United Raptors saw the low target and decided to change their batting lineup. I'm not sure, or they really wanted to go with this lineup because if I'm seeing this lineup, Pradip Butta coming so low, I think we have talked about this again and again, even in the last season, where I think Pradeep, the, their premium batsmen should go up in the order. And not that the other batsmen are not capable, but with a player like Pradeep Butta who can manage the innings and take them through from one side, I think should bat up the order. Even though whatever the score is, like he should be there in the top four is what I
Yeah,
think. And especially with these tricky kind of chases where you're chasing low scores, obviously the opponents will be coming hard at you. So you need somebody with a lot of experience. I think Vikas going up the order was also a good move. I think he tried to do his bit, but then the support from the other end. The only support he got was from Kiran, who stayed for 26 balls and scored 12 runs. But other than that, I think also the other thing, which I think I did see a video, Pradip Botta's catch was a brilliant catch by Naveen Kumar Peddi, which I think sealed the deal for them in this defense. Overall, I think United Raptors could have won this game, but they faltered in a chase of 55, ended up 47 all out in 23 overs. I think it was a brilliant bowling performance from fighters. Anil Balreddy, pick of the bowlers, 4 wickets in his 5 over quota. Uh, and Mahesh and Siddharth also among the wickets. Really like tight bowling performance when you're chasing when you're defending a very low score. I think this is the kind of performance that really lifts in any team. First game for them, but I think this kind of win will definitely put them on the upward curve. Match-winning performance from Anil Balreddy, 4 wickets. I think that dented the chase for United Raptors, and they never really recovered from that. So
Is this Anvesh? He used to play for Stars?
no, I think this is
No,
a
he's
different
different.
Anvesh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Okay.
anything to add, I think you're absolutely right. Botta coming lower in the order is probably not a good idea, especially chasing a small total, because you're right, 100% right. He can build an inning and he can hold his end, and he can play. He's an experienced player too, right? So he can actually play and score some runs and rotate strikes. So I agree with you on that one.
Yeah,
So,
especially when some when you have a different lineup this year, right? So I think players like Pradeep, Vikas, and Kiran, I think will have to play a different kind of role this year, where they
Yeah,
have to lead by example and kind of steer the team along with them, right? So
yeah, see,
yeah,
if you look at this game, this is how I felt. So this unit is going through a lot of confusion. Otherwise, why would Pradeep Anjuru will play at the end, as a last wicket, and uh, some of the newcomers going up in the
again, it could
order, they still
again
have
it
to
could
understand
have
the
been
nonsense of T ball.
again, I think it could have been a strategic decision where they had a low score that they were chasing. Maybe they wanted to send and try out a few options and have the luxury of the experienced people in the back end, but that really backfired. I thought if that
Could
was a
be,
strategic decision
could
going
be.
into the chase.
Yeah, or at least somebody, you know, they should have played some attacking game. At least one or two guys up in the order. But they,
Yeah, I think it really the bowling from fighters really did not let that happen. Also, right? So it's again a quality lineup on the fighters, and I think they did a similar kind of performance last year too. Fighters came won very close games last year too, and I think they have a habit of doing these close games.
hmm, you're right. But anyways, last week there was a statement from Raptors saying that in front of Crocodile Festival,
I think
half of
they
that,
started off that, yes, they started off with that,
yes,
but yeah.
the festival ended in the first half. That is the story of this game. They have to come back. But see, looking at this game, I think they have pretty good chance to come back. At least that
Yes,
much I can
definitely.
say.
Again,
Yeah,
definitely, like we were saying in the first week, right? We definitely did not discount them, but I think they definitely proved us that the team is still very strong, even though they are missing a few players. I think this is a very potential team, and they can definitely make the playoffs for sure.
yeah, yeah. One, if I have to give one suggestion, I'll say all Vikas, Kiran, Pradeep, all these guys go up in the order and do your thing, and let the newcomers. I don't call youngsters. I don't know. I haven't seen them. So let the newcomers, uh, you know, go after the bowling, or let them uh, understand the game. At least that's my feeling. And with that, I'll quickly go to our next game. KRCC versus MCC Miles. Pradeep, do you want me to
Yeah.
start? Or
No, I'll start. You can wrap it up.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I got both Jagan and I got a first hand look at this game because we umpired this. This was an exciting game, and I had always thought that this game could have been one-sided because KRCC was too strong, but MCC Miles definitely proved me wrong. They have some new additions, young new additions, which I think just brought a lot of energy. But let me get into the game. KRCC won the toss and elected to bowl like any good bowling team would do, especially on a pitch that is wet and soft and maybe slow. But I do have to say that the pitch for the first inning when MCC Miles batted, the ball was staying really low. And I'll be getting out, bowled. The ball barely left the ground, which was almost like I want to say shin high, not even shin high, maybe an ankle high. So the pitch definitely played a part to some extent with MCC batting. But Abhi and Brahma did give them a good or decent start. 15-run partnership for the first wicket. Lost two quick wickets after that. Sanjay played a great inning. A quick, I shouldn't say quick, but 20 runs with a couple of boundaries and a six. If he had stayed a little bit longer, I think they could have gotten some more runs. But once Sanjay got out, I think the bottom half of the team kind of the wickets fell at quick intervals. There wasn't really a good innings that was built. They lost 6 wickets for 21 runs. KRCC bowled really well, I have to say. They have a great bowling lineup, of course, and I think the only weak couple of overs was from Bihar. He got hit for a six and a couple of boundaries. But everybody else besides that bowled really well. Raza was the pick of the bowler. He took 4 wickets. And Rayan and Hemant, I believe, got 2 each. The pitch did play a role definitely on the MCC batting side. But, they put a decent enough score, I guess, for a pitch that bad, or at least we felt that it was bad. KRCC batting second, lost wickets at constant intervals. The only guy who actually scored some runs there was Hemant, and Hyderabad stayed there for a long time. One thing I would like to note, I couldn't find Hyderabadi on the scorecard. I don't know why. That's something for the committee to look into, or maybe some corrections need to be made. But I gotta give credit to MCC Miles. They bowled really well. They kept the pressure on KRCC by taking constant wickets, taking some great catches too. Praneeth and Jashwant were the pick of the bowlers for MCC Miles. I believe I can't remember who got bowled by Jashwant Jagan. That was a beautiful ball, I believe, right? You were on the straight umpire right now at that time. Yeah. So yeah, they really kept the pressure on. I'm really impressed by the new MCC Miles. I think I'm going to be a fan of MCC Miles going forward. Watch out for MCC Miles for the rest of the season because they have a great team. I think they have good camaraderie within the team, which I saw on the ground. And they fight for every run, so especially in this particular game they had to because it was a small target. But kudos to them, they came out winning. And I was an umpire. I enjoyed the game, every bit of it. And hopefully MCC Miles will continue this momentum. They have a lot of confidence beating a great team like KRCC. And it's definitely a team to look out for this year. And they might even go deep. I'm going to call it right now. They have a chance to go all the way if they put their hearts and minds to it. Go ahead,
Yeah,
second.
see, there are a couple of things that from my observation, Brahma Naidu Brahma, he has to value his wicket, and especially you cannot go after the bowling just when you lost a wicket, So that's one correction. And if I look at this game closely, in my head, though KRCC lost, they dominated the entire game. Only they lost because of their mistakes. I can point to few mistakes there. One, Sanjay Ilangon was on 3 or 4. Okay, and I think it was Vihar Vaidya bowling.
Oh, the
Vihar.
catch drive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
see, very second ball straight into the hands of
I think it was
Yogesh. It
Yogi.
was dropped. It's yeah, Yogi. It was
Yeah,
dropped,
Yogi.
and after that he ended up hitting 1 6 and 1 4. So 10 runs there, right?
Yeah.
Uh, and a wicket there could have put more pressure on the batsman. Um, so that's one thing. And see, I always uh, hear about this one, and I never witnessed. Like brain fade moments. The first time in my life in cricket, I've seen a brain fade moment. That's from Hemant. The way he got run out, it shell shocked everybody. Everybody in the field, a batting team, bowling team, everybody. Nobody gets out like that. And he see another thing is, he got out on a no ball, run out. That's and then oh, they did not put. How come they added Syed Mustafa? They added Syed Mustafa or Shivapal Rana.
I mean, what happened? I mean, I don't see
No, they
Hyderabad.
missed. They didn't put right guy name here.
Okay. Yeah, they need to
Okay,
correct that. But yeah, I was
they
looking
have
for
to
Hyderabad.
correct. Hyderabad, right?
Yeah, Hyderabad should have been there, but he's not.
Yeah. I don't see him there, and um, and he ended up taking another wicket in run out. Shivapal Rana, is that Shivapal Rana run out? I need to check. He was middling the ball. He was playing really well, and I don't know is
Yeah,
it the same guy or not. But
yeah,
uh, it was really, you know, there's no need for that run, and he got run out, and
yeah. You're right. I
so
think
that's the
Hyder was.
second one. And
Yeah,
Ali Abbas,
Hyder
he
was.
was playing really well. He was middling everything. He was able to. He's the only guy who they could not beat, uh,
Yeah,
uh, um, apart from the Hemant, and he ended up hitting in the air. I don't know what was the requirement for that one when they needed just 10, 15 runs to win. Okay, but anyways, you know that is the life of DCL. Okay, so one day you win, one day you lose, but
yeah, I
you should
agree
not
about
lose
the
like
him.
this.
I think everybody was shell shocked the way he got out.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. I agree with you 100%.
Okay, I can keep on talk about this game because I umpired it, and fortunately, unfortunately, I'm going to KRCC game again for umpiring next week. Okay,
Oh,
so
good
I
luck.
ended up calling Yogesh Bhai. I asked him, "Is it okay if I come for umpiring?" He had no issues. He said, that's not at all a problem, and thanks to him. And the next game of the night is Canton Hurricanes versus SLCC Legends. Okay, Imti.
Yeah, I thought this was a completely one-sided game in my opinion, even though the scorecard might look a little different, but I thought it was definitely dominated by Legends overall. Uh, very low-scoring game. Canton Hurricanes really did not have any moment of uh, uh, on their side in this game. I thought because going into batting first, they got bundled out for 45 in 24 overs. So they tried to stay there and make some runs, but really did not happen. I think brilliant bowling from legends. Looking at the bowling scorecard, I was really surprised, not surprised, but really impressed by Harish. 5 overs, three maidens, 28 dot balls, just giving 2 runs and 1 wicket. So that is like a dream spell for any bowler. Even though you're not getting wickets, I think you did your job by putting the pressure and uh, letting your other bowlers pick the wicket. So all the other bowlers among wickets, like everybody chipped in with wickets, 2 wickets each. Economical bowling from all their 5 bowlers, and I think that was a perfect bowling scorecard for legends in this innings. Canton Hurricanes batting, I think both their openers got out cheaply, and then at one stage they were like 5 down for 10 runs in almost 10 overs. So that kind of totally dented them in the very first half of the game, right? And it was really difficult for them to get back on their toes from there. Even though players like Javed Bhai, Hari Pallava, and then Mohammad Ramzi all tried to stay there, build some innings, build some partnerships, but no scores. They were just there trying to protect the wicket, and in that process, I think they really went into the shell, also losing wickets in the process. Najid scored 12 runs with 1 6 in the end, and that helped them reach that 45 eventually. If not for that 12 runs from Najid, I think they were looking at some 30 odd runs there.
And
Overall, yeah,
Najid is somebody who's not going to stay there. He's come,
right.
he'll hit.
So he played his
Uh,
flavor of the game, right?
yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, again, like that's what I'm saying. So uh, if he had also got out cheaply, then they were really looking at a
yeah.
very low score, right? So I think Canton Hurricanes uh, really came across a very strong bowling unit in this game. Nevertheless, they are also a very good team. I think the likes of Amit, Javed, Prabhu, and Hari. I think these are all very good batsmen who can definitely put up some score. Somehow, I think probably this was their first game of the season. Maybe still uh, warming up to the season, so maybe they can take this as a learning and go on into the season. Legends chasing 45 should have walked through this chase quite easily, but looks like in the process lost 7 wickets, which was actually surprising when I looked at the scorecard. Harish and Sardak opened the innings. They lost wicket in the second over. Harish getting out. Again, they didn't have a big score to chase, so they could take their own time in settling down and making that happen. So that's what happened with Sai Pratap and Shan. They stitched up this partnership for the third wicket, and once that partnership settled down, I think it was just getting over the line for legends. However, I'm still not sure what transpired, and they lost those 7 wickets. Uh, any other information if you guys have because I did see some note about some
Yeah,
umpiring stuff, so that could have been another reason, but I really can't comment because I did not see the game, or I did not I don't think this was even telecasted, right? So yeah, again, like really not much to work for the bowlers there from Canton Hurricanes. I think they tried their best with what they had. They came close by picking up 7 wickets for the Legends batting lineup. Uh, Again, this could have gone either ways if there were some tricky decisions involved. But overall, I think Legends is a strong team, and I think they made a statement with their very first game. I think Harish in that red hot form with Bowl, if he clicks with his batting, I think he will be unstoppable, and I think Legends are looking really good.
yeah. I mean, f- uh, m- uh, you asked me about what happened. You don't know anything about that email, all that stuff, right? So this is what I'll tell. If you have any complaints, if you don't like somebody, say it upfront, not after the game. That's the message I would like to give. And after the message, if you are sending a email, you know, blaming somebody for something, you have to give a good explanation why. That explanation is missing. Okay. And I was talking to a few people what happened and all that stuff. And this is what I was told. Um, so there's nothing actually happened in this game. There was a caught behind appeal, and the umpire in the question is Kishore. He consulted with the leg umpire and gave out. This is exactly what happened. But something, these guys have some issues from different leagues, and they showed it here. That anger they expressed it here because um, it will have more
Do
impact
we
here.
do we know the who the batsman was in question?
I think there's only one card behind, one or two card behinds there. I mean,
Caught
the first
behind. Okay,
card.
okay.
See, there's one card behind. Harish Elmanchali
Harish
was caught
and
behind
Sai Pratap.
Sai Pratap, and I'm thinking, um, it could be. It could have been started from Harish Elmanchali's caught behind, and that's a pure guess. Okay, and and that's not acceptable in my opinion. Going against one umpire for one silly decision, and I don't agree. And that's where you have to have good strong heart. That's where I still think legends don't have a good leader you know uh, where they can push positive things into the team. You can't walk into the game thinking about the umpires. It's your ability that should win the game. One or two games, one or two calls, obviously in any game it is going to happen. So uh, nobody should blame
Yeah,
umpires
again,
for
like,
the game.
yeah, not to be on one side or the other, but I think a generic comment would be like, there are things that we can control in the game, and there are things that we cannot control. So, uh, like you said, like just look at the positive side, maybe work on what we can control. Again, I'm not saying that bad decisions should be encouraged, but if we, again, not knowing the entirety of the situation or the context, I don't want to make any comments. But yeah, like I said, there are things you can control, there are things you cannot control. So I think we just have to uh, move forward and make the best of the situations.
Yeah, I mean, see, my argument is DCL has provided uh, an opportunity. So opportunity in the sense, you know, you have every right. Captain has every right to reject any umpire, before a certain time, like by Thursday evening, you can reject any umpire. If Jagan is coming to Stars game, for example's sake, and Imti don't like it, Imti can talk to Hari and send an email to the league or send an email to the committee saying that this guy is, I don't want Jagan for this game. Simple. It ends there. When you have that, the thing in written all over in the rule book, instead you accepted the umpire and you're blaming the umpire after the game. What is the use? Okay, I
I
don't know.
agree to that point a little because I
And
think that
and
the
you
entire
shouldn't be sending that email to entire league. That's another thing. So what you are trying to do is, um, you just want to bring some. I'll call it character assassination rather than a complaint. No, sending it to entire league is not acceptable. At least that's what I felt. I always take umpire side, so
no, again, like
that's it. Full
umpiring is
story.
a thankless job. Like it's very difficult to get umpires, and I think we are getting to a stage where we are depending a lot on folks outside of our team, right, to do this, right? So they're yeah, again, like I don't want to extend the topic, but like yeah. Uh, but I wanted to ask, yeah, the entire point of declaring the umpires well ahead of time is for this very reason, right? So if we have any objection,
Hmm.
if any teams have or captains have any objection, I think they can definitely bring it up, and that will at least give the umpiring team's captain an opportunity to look for other alternatives at that time. So
Hmm. Yeah. See, I mean, The verbiage is also I didn't like the verbiage. That's another thing. Paid umpire. There isn't anything called DCL. There isn't anything called paid umpire in DCL. So the captains are the ones who is sending them. Paid or not paid is an assumption for the league, right? So you shouldn't be adding that tag. Don't send paid umpires, all that stuff. Be straightforward. So and so team sent this umpire, and we didn't like this umpire. Unfortunately, going forward, please don't send him. Simple, and send that to committee. Let committee handle that rather than you blasting an email to entire league. I don't know. You know, it didn't look right to me, and that much I can say. And sorry, I took too much time for this conversation. And the last one,
Let's go on. Yeah.
of the last one is Hawks versus Indus Thunders. It is another fantastic game, and uh, I can only say Hawks little unfortunate. Pradip, your thoughts on this game? Sorry, I took long
Yeah.
time.
No
I
worries.
wasted you guys' time. Actually.
We'll find you for extra minutes for your take today. Yeah, this was a close game, and I wasn't expecting this game to be this close. And I'm sure the weather had something to do with this, but either way, Hawks did get a good start. It sounds like it's a pattern this week as teams get a good start, but they fail to capitalize on it. And in this case, Shan and Cyclone got the early 17-run partnership there. Pawan contributing a little, Rakshit contributing a little, but the batting, the middle to lower batting order collapsed completely. It looks like from the Hawks. But kudos to Indus. I mean, they bowled really well with Jalaj taking 3 wickets there, Vijay Verma taking 2, Rahul and Ronak Hill taking 2. They kept the pressure on, and the economy rate in all these bowlers was really good. So it looks like Indus bowled to their line and length. The other thing that I noted, similar to the strikers game here, is Indus only conceded 3 extras. So that tells me that the bowling was very disciplined, attacking on the stumps most of the time. And in this case, Hawks didn't capitalize. He got all out for 50. Surprisingly, Indus took a long time and lost a lot of wickets doing it. Malik and Rona gave them a good start. Again, the same pattern repeats itself. Sandeep contributing 8 runs, but there was no other contributions in between. I am surprised. I think Indus was lucky to pull this game off. And Naresh and Praveen did a tremendous job for the Hawks to take, I believe it was 4 wickets and 3 wickets. And we know Hawks is a good bowling unit, and I think maybe that's their weakness is the batting. I don't know. Or maybe they rely on a couple of batsmen to score all the runs. But, Hawks did a tremendous job. They need to be proud of their performance, even though they came out on the losing side. But keeping this game this close against an Indus team is commendable. So this has, even though they lost, I think this is going to give them a tremendous amount of confidence going forward. And hopefully they can add a few guys in between to kind of tighten up the batting lineup to get some more runs and contributions from others. Hawks, of course, bowling. They gave 10 extra runs. I think that might have been the difference there because in a low-scoring game, scoring 50 and defending 50, that's 20% of your score. You got to be more disciplined in your bowling when you're defending a low target like 50. So 10 extras, I think, was way too much. But Ronak here got the man of the match as he should have. Good game it was a great game. I love close games like this, but I think this goes to the fact that every point is going to count. And what I saw missing in the Indus lineup was the Bangera, Manoj, Chetan, Dushyant, Dinesh. I don't know if they had a hardball game or not, but this is the year where uh, a bonus point could potentially make a difference down the road. So you got to have all your best players playing almost every game going forward. You can't take any teams lightly. I don't know exactly what the thought process was, but Hawks is a team to contend with. So good luck to Hawks. Keep the confidence going. See if you can add another batsman in between to tighten up that batting lineup. But kudos to both teams. Congrats to Indus, of course. But Hawks can take a lot of positives from this game. Back to you guys, Jagan.
Yeah, Hawks is a fantastic team. Everybody plays with a positive mindset. That is the good thing about Hawks team. And I can talk a little more about Hawks team, but we are. I I think I took a lot of time. Uh, actually, oh, okay. So Gopu sent a message saying that we got the bonus point for the game against Hawks.
Oh, good
Okay.
for
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. So good. Thanks, Gopu, for
Because they scored in 20, okay, less than, okay, I see what's going
yeah.
on.
Yeah.
22 overs? Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh,
Thanks,
okay.
Pradip.
Uh, let's quickly call the predictions. Just yes or no, and close the show. I already took a lot of time. The first one: Motor City versus FCC Agni. Imti.
I'll go with FCC Agni.
Okay. Pradi. Pradi already said,
Yeah,
but again, I'm asking.
yeah, I don't know. I don't remember what I picked. I'll go with FCC.
Okay. Guardians versus Stingers. Imti.
Guardians versus Sting. I'll go with Stingers.
Stingers. Pradi.
I'll go with Guardians.
Okay, 1-1 tie there. SSK versus Local Boys.
Uh, I think this will be a close one, but I want to go with local boys for this one.
Local Boys. So even I'll go with Local Boys and Pradi.
Yeah, local boys for me too.
Rebels Cricket Club versus Marvels. I think Rebels. What do you say? Any objections there?
Yeah, I'll just go with that.
Yep,
What
same
do
Rebels.
you
here.
say? Okay. Punjab Scorpions versus KECC. I'll skip Pradip here. Imti.
Uh, Punjab Scorpions is the old team, right? Okay.
New team. New team. No,
Oh, it's the new team. Okay.
yeah. Punjab Lions is old team.
Okay. Okay. So then I'll go with KCC. Yeah.
KECC. Pradi.
I can't.
Oh, you can't.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You can, but
Why you can't? But our
I
rules
won't.
don't allow. Our rules don't allow. Okay. Pokris versus Red Devils. It is going to be a fantastic game. Imti.
oh yes, this is one game I'll be looking out for. Again, like almost all the games in Division One, or for that matter, Division Two, are all will be closely contested, right?
Yeah.
This one, both of them coming after a week's break. Both of them won some good games in the first week, so I'm really looking forward to this one. But I think Red Devils has a slight edge for me.
Red Devils has it. Okay. Pradi.
Yeah, this is gonna. I think I did a eeny, meeny, miny, mo and picked Red Devils last time. I'll stick with that. But it is
Okay.
going. I think it's going to be 51-49. So it's going to be close.
Okay. Titans versus Stars. Stars is what I'm guessing. Any objections, Pradi? I can't take any objections from
Mm,
Imti.
yeah, no, stars. I'll pick stars.
Okay. Hitmen versus Gladiators. Gladiators. I think no objections
That
there.
should be, yep.
Okay. Fighters versus MCC match. This is going to be very, very interesting game. Imti.
Yeah, so this one, it's tough to pick. I think I'll go with MCC Miles, assuming they will come with their full team. I'll
Oh,
give this to MCC Miles.
how about you, Pradi?
Yeah, I think I'll take MCC Miles just because of the confidence that they have now. And Fighters, I think, had a very low scoring game too, right? So I'll go with MCC Miles.
Okay, the next one is KRCC versus Indus Thunders. In Imti's words, mouth-watering contest. Okay, Imti,
So
what do you say?
for me, uh, I don't think this one is this week for me. Pokeries Red Devils and Fighters MCC Miles is that category. But KRCC Indus Thunders again, it's a repeat of 2021 finals. KRCC after their last week's performance and Indus Thunders also kind of against Hawks. They won eventually, got the bonus point too. Yes. Uh, Considering the current form, at least the beginning of the season, I think Indus Thunders will definitely take this one.
Okay, Friday.
Yeah, and then I'd like to add, if Gope was listening, he probably knows this already. Bring your guys, bring your big guns out. Hopefully, Oni is not badly hurt. Hopefully, he can play because he did get hurt. That might be a contributing factor. But this is going to be another tough one. I don't
Oh,
know
is
who.
Oni injured?
Only injured last game,
Yeah,
yes.
Okay.
So I'll give it to Thunders only by saying if they bring the big guns. I don't know if Gopa's got, Bangera, Manoj, Dinesh, and all the other guys coming back for this game. Hopefully they are, because it is a big game. If they are, then I'll give it to Thunders. If not, we'll see.
Okay. The next one is Detroit Bulls versus Troy Hawks. Tough to predict.
Yeah, this one
What
again
do you
would
say?
be a very close game. Detroit Bulls almost beating Gladiators. Troy Hawks coming back from a loss and winning against FCC. But I think Detroit Bulls on paper looks good compared to Troy Hawks, but Troy Hawks has some new faces and unknowns this year. So yeah, I think just based on experience, I'd give it to Detroit Bulls.
Bulls. Okay.
Detroit Bulls, yeah.
Brady.
Yeah, Bulls for me too.
Okay. The next one is Strikers versus Legends. Legends, if I see, the only request to Legends is walk into the game, without looking at the umpires. Okay.
You're going back to the same topic again.
Sorry.
No,
Yeah.
I would call this the battle of the lefties. I think for me this is Sujay versus Harish. If both of them are playing this game,
Hmm.
again Legends is looking again based on the first game. I think they have an all-rounded team, very good batting unit, very good bowling unit. Strikers got some good win. Uh, yeah, I think Legends definitely has an advantage. I'll give this to Legends.
Brady.
Yeah, I'll give it to Legends too.
Yeah, I think Legends have to win it easily, in my opinion. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see what happens. Spartans versus Thunderbolts. I think Thunderbolts. Any objections?
Nope.
Spartans versus Thunderbolts. Yeah, Thunderbolts.
Okay. The next one is Gujarat Warriors versus Stallions. Gujarat Warriors. Any objections?
Is Stallions that depleted this year?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, then
You think?
maybe I'll just.
Oh, we played against Stallions. Yeah, they are
Yeah.
somewhat depleted, but they do have some good players though. Yeah, I'll go with Gujarat Warriors too, Jerry.
Okay. The next one is Vikings versus MI Rangers. I think MI Rangers. Any objections?
Nope.
It should be MI Rangers.
MI Rangers. FCC versus GLCC. Imti, what do you say?
FCC versus GLCC. Yeah, I think it will be GLCC. This one should be, yeah, GLCC. Ex-FCC players in GLCC this time. So we'll see.
Okay. I'm not asking Pradip today. Okay. Let's keep.
Because he's played for GLCC, he's played for FCC, and now he's
No.
playing for KCC.
I'll give away the secret.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He knows in and out about GLCC. So I'm not asking him today. I would have. I asked him on Tuesday, but not today. Okay, and that's all we have, and we'll close the show with the last words. And there are a lot of messages. Sorry, guys, the time is up. Uh, I won't be able to read all your messages.
Any
Sorry once
interesting?
again.
Just pick one message,
And
maybe, if there is anything
nothing,
interesting.
no, no,
Okay.
there isn't any interesting other than, you know,
Yeah.
that is good, this is bad type of.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Okay. We'll close the show with the last words. I'll start with Imti.
Yeah, again, thanks to all our listeners for staying up late. We ran a little bit over time, but all the best to all the playing teams. I hope we get the full games this week. Again, there is some prediction for rain, so just hoping that the weather gods let us play and have some fun on the field. So, all the best to all the teams, and thanks to all the listeners again. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Imti. Pradi.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I think it's going to be another exciting week. Hopefully, the weather holds up. Stay healthy, dress warm. It's going to be cold, but have fun, most importantly. And still, the $1,000,000 question for me, Jagan, is why is Samish not bowling?
Samish not bowling. Okay, with that quote, why Samish is not bowling, we will end the show here. Thanks a lot,
Correct,
Imti. Thank you, Pradip, and thank you, all listeners. Good night. We'll meet again. Thank you.
guys. Good night.